EA Sports. It's in the game.
To the game.
Ladies and gentlemen,
about us at lunch.
I don't know, we were just saying like, well, whenever anybody gets asked out, we just like make fun of them. So we just say like, oh yes, Good change, we fall asleep.
are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Steady, to the letter rock, turn it up. We giving the show. What can you rock?
Oh yeah, who am I being? Broncos or Steelers?
But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind?
Oh, so you made fun of Brennan Cool.
Yeah, we pretty much did. Steelers or the Broncos?
Time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got
Steelers or the Broncos?
take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+
Steelers.
final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game has veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all ground. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter.
Broncos suck.
Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Remember that one time when I said to stop feeling when I was a little older? I'm so funny.
Hey everybody, it's the coach,
You don't
and
look
this
like
is
I'm
Madden
fresh off the
20
runway.
on
No, you don't.
EA
You look fresh out of the
Sports.
subway. Yeah.
Well, Coach, we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos.
Julie is funny.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. Let's go, B.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 at a Denver first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check 26, check 26.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right
I
around
think Brennan
5.
gonna reject me.
The offensive starters now for the Broncos.
And how about Philip Lindsay's rookie season? Began the year 3rd on the depth chart. Finished it in the Pro Bowl. Not bad for an unrestricted free agent out of Colorado with speed to burn.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I was trying to freaking finish the map thing.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco to the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards.
Everyone
and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Flacco. It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there. And now they've got it 1st and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the scout troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing.
And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second. And finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Steelers under longtime head coach Mike Tomlin. They will be led out by their 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. Now in his 16th season, the veteran Ben Roethlisberger.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Okay, so it's Anthony Sushinsky. Hopefully not Sean.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll roll him out right. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Okay, bye.
And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Flacco off the play fake to Lindsey. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Passing play, Flacco. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
No, possession's on. Possession's on.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches. 2 minutes.
Oh, wide open, complete, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 60.
Or if it's just Bella. Dude, what happened? What happened? What did there? Why is there 3-man coverage right there? Are you dumb? Why is there 3-man coverage and then 34 and then the freaking safety decides to come at me? Oh, you're so dumb. And then he's just wide open. If Ben threw that over him, I would have been so mad. Thought. Meredith, text me if you're still here.
1 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, Charles, the Denver Broncos now at 4-8. Their offense coming back onto the field here. And as we mentioned earlier, they got to 4-8 with that win with a last-second field goal. Controversial pass interference call that set it up, but they got the win nonetheless.
They did capitalize and break out the brooms. You know why, don't you?
Oh, yeah, their first season sweep for the Chargers since 2015, albeit in a 4-8 year. But you look back on this season, the 4-game losing streak to start it off, and this team was really never able to recover after that.
Yeah, and then they struggled at the quarterback position because Joe Flacco gets hurt. Brandon Allen comes in for a while. Now they're going with the rookie Drew Lock, their second-round pick, trying to find out if they have that quarterback for the future. And it's really difficult to run the ball because the offensive line was in flux. And now how about how they finish, right? Not an easy road trip, huh? At Houston, at Kansas City, and then they end up at home for their final 2 against the Lions and the Raiders.
A good pick up there, 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. It's caught at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jake Butt There to make the grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
Yo, that's so cool, man.
The big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Charles, the Pittsburgh Steelers, as they get the football back here, you know, this is a team now at 7-5 that has a real shot at the playoffs, in position for the wild card right now, thanks to their win over Cleveland 20-13. And they were saying, hey, we're not going to be swept by these Browns. That hasn't happened since 1988, and they avoided doing that.
And they avoided doing it with their third-string quarterback, and really fourth-string if you count training camp. Because remember, they traded Joshua Dobbs to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that's Devlin Hodges. And a lot is made of his world champion duck calling prowess. What we should be celebrating is how well he's been playing for them. I mean, he came in, was 14-21, 212 yards, a touchdown and interception. This Pittsburgh team has come a long way to put themselves in playoff contention, and I don't think anyone saw that after the first 4 weeks of this season.
Interestingly, in that game, the player that sealed the victory for Pittsburgh was a former Cleveland Brown, Joe Hayden, who had the interception that put the final stamp on it.
You don't think he was happy about that, do you?
I think he was smiling on the outside and the inside. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
A face mask on to calm down after Brennan.
Were you scared?
On 4th down, here comes a Steeler punter. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated. And Lindsey is going to get in. Touchdown, Broncos.
Because I don't know
Taking it in from 2
me.
yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 21-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. On 2nd and 15 now. Roethlisberger is going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards.
38 yards. Hold the ball or what? 6 people on this. What?
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Let's go, fellas.
So we have reached halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do
What
it.
is he gonna do?
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. CD with that incompletion. Let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think are the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank those? What do you think?
Well, this is going to sound self-serving since I'm working San Francisco and New Orleans, but to me that's the number 1 game because the number 1 seed in the NFC will be determined that week for that moment. Okay, the winner of that becomes the number 1 seed. I think the number 2 game, Seattle at the Rams, because Seattle's trying to maintain pace with San Francisco or become the number 1 team in the NFC West. And the Rams have to have it if they have any designs on making the playoffs. The number 3 game, Baltimore at Buffalo. Buffalo's announced its presence, that big win on Thanksgiving Day over Dallas. But Baltimore's the hottest team, the best team in the league over the last 8 weeks. And then you finish up Kansas City, New England. How is that the number 4 game?
I know.
Hard to believe, but it is in this instance.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught at the 10. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 46 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Is that what you and Miller were passing around sticking us for?
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Roethlisberger will throw. Steps away to his left.
Who are you, triangle?
Yeah.
And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Conner going to try and run it, and he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. And that one results in 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Lindsey, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
I sent you something on Snap.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Now a carry for Lindsey. And Lindsey is going to get in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So Big Ben and the Steelers now down by 12. A little under a minute 50 remaining. He's going to let it fly. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Buying time to his... Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early.
And now it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spinning past him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dobbs looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. After the sack on 1st down, Dobbs, now a desperation throw deep, and this is caught. A big play that time for Pittsburgh, and even 50 yards. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within us.